welcome back to my channel, the Baking Diva. It's so good to see all of you. I've kind of been out of commission for the last week or so. With all the cleaning and everything I've been doing in the house to try to keep myself busy because I haven't been out of the house in 3.5 weeks, I was cleaning the corner cabinet under my sink and I pulled a muscle in my back. Ugh, it's been brutal. But luckily the cameraman had muscle relaxants in the house from when he hurt his back, and I checked with my medical professional and they said I could take them. So I didn't take one yet today. I wanted to do this video first because they make you a little tired and I don't want to be falling asleep during the video. I hope you're all staying safe. I'm from New Jersey, and New York, New Jersey, we are the epicenter of this virus. I don't want to be gloom and doom today, but I think almost 800 people died in New York yesterday, and I think about close to 800 or more died today. I can't even fathom it. I just don't believe it. I have no words. I don't believe it. And I don't mind admitting we're very frightened here. I mean, we try not to leave the house, just like all of you. Can't see my kids or my grandkids. This will be probably the first Easter my husband and I spend alone. And I went from 14 years of dressing as the Easter Bunny and hiding about 300 Easter eggs for my grandkids, because we had an egg hunt here every year, to this. So it's depressing, but we're all doing what we have to do to stay safe, right? I don't know, I just have this feeling that when this all ends, things are not quite going to go back to normal, but that's just my opinion. I don't know. Do many of you feel that when this is over, you're going to want to be shaking hands with other people and hugging them? Well, unless they're family. I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be a different world. I really think so. But anyway, enough of that gloom and doom. I am here to give you an update on Barb from the channel Take Control Beauty. You know, we all love Barb. And her husband, Denny. Denny was taken to the hospital last week. Most of you know that. And one of the main reasons I'm doing this video is because so many of you had asked me if I heard anything about Denny's condition, and would I please pass on updates. And I check in with Barb almost every day, and she did give me permission to do this update and let you all know what's going on. So that's the only reason I'm doing it. So Denny was taken to the hospital, severely ill last week. His fever was 104 to 105. He couldn't breathe. And she called the EMTs and they took him to the hospital. Sad part is with everyone who's getting this virus, you know, they're not going to let you go with him. And that broke her heart. She wasn't allowed to go to the hospital. And can you imagine just staying at home while your loved one is so sick and in the hospital and you can't see or talk to that person? It's horrible. It's just horrible. So anyway, I was checking in on her, and they had done a test on Denny about a week before that, but the test results hadn't come back yet. So they did another one when he was admitted to the hospital, and it was positive. And they did tell Barb that they feel that she has it also. However, because we still have a shortage of the test, they really won't test anybody till they have like about 103 fever. That's what I was told by Barb and several other friends of mine who are going through this with loved ones. So Barb is quarantined at home. She's doing okay. She's been very sick. She's had a lot of vomiting. She hasn't been able to eat. She lost weight. And she said, this is not the way I wanted to lose weight. But she did lose weight. And she's worried. Of course she's worried. So when Denny was first admitted to the hospital, they put him on oxygen. But then they had to put him on a ventilator. So he has been on a ventilator. I did hear a couple of days ago that they were able, I guess, to put the phone in front of Denny, and even though he couldn't talk, it was FaceTime, so he could, see Barbara's face, and she could see him. I was so glad that they were able to do that. And I think her daughter said, that Denny had tears running out of his eyes. Can you only imagine? So anyway, that's where we left off as of a few days ago. Now, I heard from Barb, and her daughter posted something very nice on Facebook, which I'm going to read to you now. So keep on praying, because there are miracles out there. There are. And if you believe in the power of prayer, keep praying, not only for Denny, but all of these people that have been stricken with this virus. So let me read for you, in her daughter Gina's words, what she said. And she started out her Facebook by saying, Yahoo! Because the whole family has been devastated. Her two grandsons, Bella and Hayden, they just love their grandparents. They're so upset by this. So she said, I wish I could shout it from the rooftops. She said her dad was extubated. They took the tube out at 5 o'clock. I think this was last night. And he is now on 50 L's of oxygen again. So that's really a good sign that he is not on the ventilator and he's on the oxygen. They said that they gave him, she said, a swallow test, and I guess he passed that. And the x-rays did show there was some improvement. So far, his vitals are good, and he actually ate some applesauce yesterday. So going from being on a ventilator to that, I would really say that's really good news. She said, please, please, please keep your prayers coming, because last night was supposed to be really huge for him. And I didn't speak to Barb yet this morning. They were hoping that if he could maintain throughout the night, they might even be able to put him on a regular floor. So your prayers are working. And I will talk to Barb hopefully sometime today and get an update. She said, honestly, it's still a journey. Her mother, Barb, apparently talked to him again yesterday for 30 minutes. And Barb keeps reminding him, because Barb, she's a tough cookie. Barb keeps reminding him that he has to fight. Every time she talks to him, she tells him, you have to fight. And I guess she saw positive changes in him yesterday. So Gina really wants to tell you all to please keep praying for her mom and her dad. She's also put in her message that the staff at the hospital are her heroes. I think they are everyone's heroes, right? The nurse, the doctors, the respiratory therapist, the pharmacist, and the physical therapist. She said every one of them who enters that room in full gear to fight this awful virus are amazing. So that's the update I got on Denny, and I think so far it's a great one, right? And so keep Barb and Denny and their family in your prayers, and I will keep you updated as soon as I know more. Unfortunately, I have heard nothing but bad news lately in my own community. A woman I used to work with, her husband is in the hospital. He's in a coma, and yesterday was 17 days. Now he just developed pneumonia. So she is asking everyone to pray for him. So she's worried sick. Imagine that. She hasn't seen her husband in 17 days. And another good friend of mine, they believe her daughter came down with it. Her daughter was at home, but with 103 fever for 7 days. Unable to barely move from the bed, the chair, not able to eat, could hardly even understand her speak. She was so weak, her voice was so low. Now I did hear from my friend that her daughter, who I also know, Her fever broke 2 nights ago. So we're just hoping and praying that she is on the mend. But I really have no words for it. And it's scary. I haven't been out of the house. My husband, who you know, is battling prostate cancer, and his immune system isn't the best. He's gone out a couple of times early in the morning with his mask on and his gloves just to get us some food and then come back with it. It's awful. So anyway, I hope the update on Denny lifted your spirits a little bit. Never give up hope. Never give up hope and have faith. Because it sounds to me, fingers crossed, that Denny is moving in the right direction. I haven't done a baking video. There was a couple I had planned on doing before Easter, but honestly, I haven't been in the mood. With my back killing me, I pulled an old walker out of the basement and been hobbling around on that walker. It seems like the muscle relaxants are helping a little bit. They told me don't expect them to help the pain. They're not for pain. They're just to relax your muscle. And if you take one before you go to bed at night while you're sleeping, it helps to relax the muscle. So send positive thoughts my way too. And maybe in another day or two, I'll be able to post a video. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you want to continue to see these updates on Denny and Barb, just hit the subscribe below and the little bell that says all, and then you won't miss the update when I have it up. Barb told me the other day that she thought about doing a video, but she's not up to it either. You can just imagine. But she said she wants nothing more than to get Denny home and have him sitting next to her and be able to do a video on Denny getting the virus and how he pulled through it. So that's what we're all hoping for. We love you, Barb. Any of the messages you send me from Barb, I pass on to her. And from moi and all of you, we say, Barb, we love you, Denny, and prayers are still coming for your family. So thanks for watching, and I'll update you as soon as I have more, okay? Toodles.